A lot has happened in 2018, and what a day, what a year to go through. So I'm going to guide you guys with the timeline. So those who doesn't know, I was studying Bachelor of Social Work, and since last year, and this year I pretty much just I left the course during June. But let's just discuss about the university. The university, well, I was kind of expected it's going to be very different. As I love to blame, point fingers and blame, to be honest with you guys. But where university cuts are going in, that means they're hiring new teachers, and all the new teachers are very, very anti-male, radical feminists, very, very full on. Now, so I was studying Bachelor of Social Work, and it was kind of expected, but it was a lot more full on this year. And I wasn't really happy. I wasn't myself. I felt like I'm abnormal being a heterosexual, and I don't deserve to be in university. So that's the feeling that you have to go through, that sort of setting. Yeah, I wasn't really happy at all, and I wasn't myself. I can't be happy, can't enjoy. I'm always being cautious, especially out in the public, with this rape culture and things like that, and try not to look and stare. So you got that part. Another part also is towards the end of the first semester, I've purchased a car. And I purchased a 30-year-old car, which is older than me, a year older than me. And it's a convertible, two-seater convertible Mazda MX-5 NA 1.6 Mark 1. So it was for me to purchase a car just to be outside the box and enjoy and being happy. Now, I didn't make videos about the car because of the first day when I tried to get the car registered, or trying to get, I can't say registered, but the first day I was trying to get the car, yeah, registered or go through roadworthy, I went to a car accident. So I crashed the car. It was a minor damage, but I have to pay from the opposites, owner, driver. I didn't have insurance, so that's the reason why I didn't do anything. So you got that on the go. And towards the end of the course, I've realized I was doing 3 units and I failed 2 units. And I decided not to continue with the course and drop down. So the first thing I did when I dropped out of the course is to make videos about it, like apologize to my fellow men out there, can't need help. Second of all, I tend to event immediately because I was fearful for my life for not to attend this event. Stephen Molyneux and as well with Lawrence Southern. So you have that as well. Um, After the Lawrence Southern one, um, it was that energy, culture wars, diversity, intersectionality, feminism, indigenous, and all of them all came by. It's all tied in together. I'm a lot more aware, a lot more than before. So as I begin to study a course, and which is Certificate 3 Aged Care, while I was doing Bachelor of Social Work, I find that it's very taxation. Going through all those, I didn't have a life when I was going to university. Even holidays, I didn't have a life. So pretty much this is how my daily routine works. I'll get up like 5:40, go to uni, 8 o'clock. That's my lecture starts. Oh, then I'll stay back to the library to order to 8 o'clock at night. Then I arrive home at 9 o'clock and I catch my last bus and head home and I'm signed out. And that's like pretty much like that for pretty much 7 days. Um, so that was my lifestyle. I didn't like the lifestyle as well. So I got that. And now I'll switch to going to TAFE, a trade school doing aged care, which is like not far from where I live, but it's still doable. And plus, I have a car, so I can get there a lot quicker, so I can sleep in, so I can do that. I gained so much weight, particularly this year when I was in university, just too much stress for assessment and work, university related, and I gained so much weight this year. Um, I really like my course in Cert 3 HK. There's a lot more practical, a lot more. facts-based, practical-based, theory-based as well, less of a theory-based, to enter the workforce, which always wanted to like the TAFE style because I knew it's something related to work where university is, once you have experience in the workforce, then it's great to move up in the university level if you get promoted in a certain level of the pay grade. So during the beginning of the course, one of my childhood friend passed away, probably same ages as me, and he was battling diabetes 1 for the last 4 or 5 years, and he goes through insulation shots and everything, and he lost the battle due to poor lifestyle and diet. That really woke me up. A little bit back forward, towards the end of uni, my dad was passed away, and somehow I got stomach reflux. And yeah, just 2 things died away this year, which not a big problem, but just letting you guys know. During the course, had the car, I slowly regained myself from the university, anti-male or anti-everything. And I tried to announce this sort of stuff to my classmate, and they would disbelieve or shut me down from one of the lefties in my class, who happens to be Antifa, because he has an Antifa badge on his suit. So everything was happening this year. And as well, the course was very different, where I told you guys I cannot stare at girls or things like that. And the first time when I was in the course, I made one of the classmate girls laugh so loud, and I was there. I was like, "Shit, I don't want to grab any attention." One of the girls in the class, half Chinese, half Malaysian and half UK, she was chasing me, and it was the first time I saw a girl was chasing me that serious. When I got up and go to the toilet, when I go to lunch, when I go for recess, she keeps following me everywhere I go. At one point, I had enough. I eat inside my car. My classmates not making me any better. They're making it worse. They say, "Oh, why don't you live with William, or why don't you stay with William, or why don't you learn from William?" And she was kind of annoying. Like, I always want to do my assessment of work, and she keeps coming in and start yapping all the way through, and I couldn't get any work done. So I try to find locations to keep a distance away from her. But there was one girl in the class that I kind of saw a potential, but I didn't want to pursue it because I had nothing on me. So I didn't think too deeply, but I could see myself date this girl, which is lie. But when I start engage conversation with her, one of my classmates gets really, really jealous. So as a brother, I let my brother get whatever he wants. And I didn't know are they in a relationship or everything. So it was a kind of square at the moment, square. So this Malaysian girl was chasing me, that guy's chasing her. We never clicked in until the first, in TAFE they call it terms or semesters, mid-semester break. I still, one of my classmates who's married and jokingly asking, "Oh, why don't you and Lai to be together?" Man, I never thought deeply about it. Because I have nothing in life. I'm 28, she's 28. I'm pretty sure she wants something in life. The guy's chasing her, who claims to have a house and a car paid off. So I think he's a lot more stable position than me. And I was like, okay, well, I thought about it, but I told my friends about this girl, this potential one, but I didn't want to make a move because I had nothing, and plus this brother wants to chase her. But the more I look into it, he wasn't chasing, he was putting negative stuff towards her, and I wasn't. I never paid attention to this sort of stuff. I just want to be me, try to focus on next year placement and get a job and things like that. So towards the end of the course, well, actually, I said after the holiday finished, I suggested to her, "Oh, do you want to attend this camping trip? For the last 2 years, I've been volunteer. It's for the good cause for 9 days camping, and you guys know my channel. I do Great Victorian Bike Ride." And her immediate response is yes. And that's when I started to grab her number because I didn't have a number back then. And I'll try to help her out how to do the getting herself enrolled for the volunteer. Nothing has clicked until when we reached to the campsite, when the volunteer, and because it's a 9 days, so I wanted to confess my feelings on the second day, but I got her really upset. But I managed to confess my feeling on the third day, but I wasn't expecting anything outcome with this girl because there's this guy who's chasing her, and I have nothing. I'm pretty sure she wants someone that's a lot more stable, has something in life. I just told her, I see you. I really like you. I just didn't want to come up to you because I have nothing in life. But I see you as the girl in the marriage category. I'm not saying I'll marry. I'm just saying, like, every single girl I'll put into different categories, but I'll put you up there because based on what I see her, what I get to know her for 6 months, and she's a very different Vietnamese girl that I know. Completely opposite, typical one. And somehow she's like, "Yeah, let's give it a try." And I was like, "I'm just dating with." I wasn't expecting this, but I thought you're dating with that, the brother, the guy who's keep chasing you. It's like, no. And I think during the campsite, get to know her a bit more, and yeah, I guess it's just very interesting to know how fast it came, and you know, the three things that I think, 3 things I have to promise, as long I don't tell her lies and trusted her, and at the same time lose 10 kilos. So work on that one. So yeah, the trusted part, I think, already win that over pretty easily, and she finds it hard to trust men. And I don't know what was her history background in regards to that, but anywho. So when we finished our campsite volunteer, obviously we had intimacy moments. We had so much free time, um, and I tried to play the guy that, well, 30 minutes. I try to play the guy that, I tried not to expose our, a newly relationship or entering a relationship to anyone in the campsite. So I just muck around and say, "Oh, you're my girlfriend, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10." But towards the end of the trip, they figure out who was my girlfriend. Even though it wasn't official, I haven't took her to the first date. Be mindful, I had suffered gout on my feet before the campsite. I was this close to cancel the campsite because I barely couldn't walk. It was swelling. I couldn't walk at all. But I'm glad that I went to the doctors and have some medication, inflammation tablets on my feet, and I managed to go. I actually couldn't make it on the first day. She was really upset about it, but the second day I managed to get on the bus and went through it. So I have stomach reflux and inflammation on my feet. And until today, we still talk about it. I'm like, she brought her own tent. I brought my own tent. If I didn't came to this trip, none of this would have happened. Even though today we in a relationship for 1 month, um, it was this close that this wouldn't happen at all, because if she didn't bring her tent, that's game over, because she was very close. And I named that girlfriend number 1. They work in the same team. They were very close. They were like this, inseparable. And I told her, like, If you didn't bring your tent, if I didn't come to the trip, none of this would have happened. And till today, I was still surprised that she said yes to the trip, because normally a lot of people says yes to the trip, but next minute they change their mind because it's 9 days. And somehow she kept her promise all the way through. So I said to her, even your side, you kept your promise. We both coincidentally made it happen. And I think for her to get in a relationship needing more than me because her mother's nagging her, you're the only one in the family that's not married or perhaps having kids, where her little sister is 5 or 6 months pregnant at the moment, who's 5 years younger than her, and pretty much like a black sheep of the family. So, to be honest with you guys, I don't mind marrying this girl. Um, because just because I get to know her for 6 months, but we didn't get too close. But I think she's the right one. I could say that for now, but you never know. I'm not gonna double confirm on everything because you never know where the relationship goes. Because she's working 7 days, and plus I have to fulfill her third dream is I have to be a workaholic. So yeah, submit to the capitalists. Um, so yeah, got the three. When we finish our campsite, so this is before 1 month anniversary, 1 month relationship. When we got out the camp and enter back to our Cert 3 aged care course, we didn't expose our newly relationship. But I did mention to that girl who says, "Oh, why don't you two to be together?" I told her that we are together, and she was really happy. And we only had like 2 weeks left on TAFE, on aged care course. So there's no point for us to announce it. There's no point. I don't want to create any more dramas because it's a square drama. Like the Malaysian girl's chasing me, this guy's chasing her, and it's very awkward at the beginning where my classmates is trying to suss me out who I'm actually seeking with, and the guy was pretty sussing it out at the same time. So it's a very sticky situation. So now I'm here. At this stage right now. This point, last couple of days, actually last day, I told my mentor about everything what he told me, and I told him in a real life form what I've learned and what I've thanked him so much to be where I am today. He told me about housing bubble, he told me about recession, and it makes sense to me until today what he meant by everything, and last year as well. So he's very happy. And my mentor's girlfriend was like saying, "Why didn't you told me about it? Why he knows everything about it?" And I was very happy and showed to my mentor that I know everything from experience, what I've seen, what I've heard, and what I've observed by him, and I combined everything together. And it was really happy for him to know that I know this whole thing. And that's 2018. Next year, I would like to this relationship to progress even better. Um, but unfortunately, my father's not liking the whole idea of me marrying or getting into a relationship with lower class Asian, because Vietnam is a bit lower class. They want me to marry to the same level, or Chinese, or perhaps a high level. So my dad's not willing to see her, even though my girlfriend wants me to see my parents. It's going to be very tricky with my father. Um, I think time is ticking for her side, whether getting married or having kids, a lot more than me. Even I have no money at the moment. So we have that. And next year, my cousin's having a birthday or a wedding on February the 1st. I don't know whether I should bring her along because now my dad doesn't want to see her. I would like her to come, but it's just going to be a lot of family politics. Let's just put it that way. Um, because that's my only cousin that I really talk to, engage with out of all my cousins. So it's a big deal for me. Next year, definitely get a job full time. Yeah, progress this relationship and try to work with the family. Let's see where it's going to go. Next year, everyone's speculating housing crash or recession is going to come. Let's see how is that going to be challenging. I'll make videos about this. Don't worry about it. So yeah, that's the video. Oh, one more thing I need to learn is to learn passive income next year as well. That's one more thing. So yeah, that's the video. 20 minutes. Hope you guys do have a lovely new year and have a wonderful 2019.